Okay, we're going to finish our compare options with integers, which means we're going to use negative numbers. So all we need to do is find the red cards and make them negative if they've chosen yes for integers. Okay, and I've already added the code on here, so this should work. A negative, they're both negative, so -6 is the greater number, and the player gets 2 cards. Draw again. 3 is greater. Okay, let's get the next one wrong. Oh, that's a tie. And let's get this one wrong. Okay, so the computer got those cards. Alright, so let's look at what I did to the code. Added a new variable called integer choice and just equaled 0. So this is like the same thing. Is the choice for is the integer choice on or off? So it starts off. Again, you could say that equals false, and then later equal true. I just don't like using that, the Boolean. Okay, so I moved this. I realized I had the draw click on a sign in 2 different places in my code. Hopefully you don't. So it was like running double. So I took that out. Just moved it in front of a sign and just have it make sure it's only one time. So I write these notes to myself when I'm doing it because then I know, okay, it's running the assign because it was running it twice. And I was trying to put a little note there, so every time it ran it, it would that note there to me, and I know what was going on. I know it was running twice. Okay, so this is all I had to add for this part. Instead of making a whole new thing, I just put it right in with the other ones and just put a little if thing. Here's where it closes. You can click on it to see the blue underline where it closes. So if integer choice is on, okay. Now if you use the Boolean, you can't just go if integer choice, then this. And I just find that really awkward. My brain doesn't like it. I like a whole sentence. If integer choice equals 1, if it's turned on, then if suit 1 equals 1, that's heart. Suit 2 is diamonds. So if suit's hearts, then number equals number 1 minus 2 times number 1. It may work just putting a negative in front of number 1. It wasn't working for me when I had that originally, and maybe it's because something else was wrong, but I just changed it this while I was fiddling with it. Just way to get the negative of it. So you can probably just put the negative in front of number 1. So same for suit 2. If it's a heart or diamonds, then it's going to be negative that number. Okay, then I ran into a problem that had me all set. I didn't have to come up with anything different for finding the answer for comparing because it's a negative number. It knows what's greater. So I thought I was all set. But I ran into a problem when it came time to write the suits on the page because it writes like 3 hearts. So it said for I is less than -3, do this, but it's not less than -3, so it didn't run it, so it never drew the hearts on the page. So I used the absolute value of the number. Hopefully you know what that is. So here's like the little code for it. Just put in parentheses math.abs for absolute value of number 1. That's just the distance from 0. So the absolute value of 3 is 3, the absolute value of -3 is 3. So that solved that problem. And that alerted me to the fact that I would have to do that for these. So here's or. If number 1 equals 11, or number 1 equals -11. So I just copy and pasted that in and then just changed these numbers. And all of it for 2 as well. And here, oops, I made a mistake, I do this a lot. Copy and paste, number 2. So that's all I had to do. And we're in pretty good shape. So let's see. Oops, I didn't put the math options on. I did it again. Anyway, I already played it for you in the beginning, so you know how it works. So this is the winner. Oh, and the other thing I did was go back and change it from a few cards to the full number of cards in the beginning when it makes the cards. You change this to 14. There was a little note in there. It was 6. I had it at. There you go. So that works. So we'll have to get into some more math next time.